Hello everyone. In previous presentation, we have discussed separation of water soluble and water insoluble mixture. In this fourth presentation, we will discuss about separation of water insoluble and water insoluble mixture. I advised you to watch all the videos in the sequence. So if you haven't watched first three presentations, so first watch all the three and then watch this one. So already we have discussed that solid-solid mixtures are of the seven types. One about which we have discussed in a previous presentation is separation of water soluble and water insoluble mixture. Let me remind you, such mixture is always separated by using water, as one component is water soluble and another is water insoluble. So in this presentation, we would discuss the mixture in which both the components are water insoluble. Already I have explained you such mixtures are of the six different types. These three, acid plus phenol, acid plus base and acid plus neutral. So these three type in which acid is a common, uh, fourth and fifth phenol plus base and phenol plus neutral, and sixth is base plus neutral. So we will discuss the separation of these six mixtures. Now first of all, whenever you are given mixture, actually you should determine the type on a test tube scale. So today we will discuss the actual sequence of the tests. So first we would check whether one component is water soluble. If yes, in that case your mixture would be water soluble plus water insoluble. And if water soluble component is absent, then we would say the mixture having both the components water insoluble. So how would you do it? So first of all, take pinch of mixture, add distilled water. See, this process you will perform in a test tube, small scale. Shake it very well. Shaking is a very important, and filter it. Assuming that if water soluble component is given to you, it will be into the filtrate. Now take slight filtrate in test tube and evaporate it. Remove all the water, and then if residues are obtained, then we would say water soluble compound is present. In that case, one component you will get from the filtrate, that is water soluble component, and another component you will get from the residues, which will be your water insoluble. We don't know, but it could be acid or water insoluble phenol or base or neutral. Fine. And since in this presentation we are going to discuss about water insoluble plus water insoluble mixture, so in that case you won't get residues. So we will say that mixture is of the water insoluble and water insoluble type. So residues obtain the two components, and you have to identify whether what is the type of your mixture from these six. So that you have to identify from the residues. So follow the next chart. So you have to move for the next chart, which is here. Now residues. So mind well, these residues will be in the filter paper because you have filter here. So residues you will get into the filter paper. So that contain either water soluble acid, phenol, base or neutral, any two. So we will check them in the same sequence. So what will you do? You have to add NHCO3 saturated solution. But how will you do that? Because your residues are in the filter paper, which is in the funnel. So with the help of matchstick, you have to make a hole into the filter paper that containing residues, and from the another test tube add NHCO3. So this and collect it into the new test tube. So this NHCO3 which you are pouring, it will take the residues from the broken filter paper. So in a new test tube, you will get the this residues plus NHCO3. Shake it very well, right? You may get effervescence of carbon dioxide if water insoluble acid is given to you. Shake it very well and again filter it. Infiltrate. Now you can understand that if you are given acid, it will dissolve into the NHCO3. So that will be in the filtrate. So in the filtrate, add HCl, right? Here you are getting effervescence. Why? Because filtrate containing NHCO3. So whether you are given acid or not, definitely you are getting effervescence because you are adding HCl here. So don't consider that effervescence. You should get effervescence at this stage. Right here, you whether acid is given to you or not, you will get effervescence over here. So if reprecipitation takes place, then we will say water insoluble acid is present. Right? Or if you don't get there is no reprecipitation, then we can say that your mixture may have any two of the water soluble phenol or base or the neutral. So that will be again in the residue. So that residue is also into the filter paper. Now add NaOH. Same process. How will you take into the NaOH into the NaOH? Again in that filter paper, make a hole with the matchstick and keep a fresh test tube underneath and pour NaOH. So that NaOH be will take your residue into the new test tube. Shake it very well because we know that phenols they dissolve into the NaOH and base and neutral not. So see, always we are selecting one such solvent in which one component can get dissolved and another cannot. Otherwise, we cannot separate them. So, phenol, if present, it will dissolve into the NaOH. And shake well again filter. So, if phenol is the present, it will be into the filtrate. Add HCl, and again if the reprecipitation takes place, then we would say water insoluble phenol is present. Alpha naphthol and beta naphthol, these are mainly two phenols which are water insoluble and are in your curriculum. But suppose if you don't get water insoluble acid and water insoluble phenol also, then obviously these three and these two are absent. In that case, the type of your mixture would be base plus neutral. But better to check it. So your base and neutral will be into the again the residue, and this residue again into the filter paper because you have filter over here. So we know that base dissolve into the HCl. So again we will make a new hole into the filter paper with the matchstick. We will add HCl. We will keep a new test tube underneath. So we will get base plus neutral mixture plus HCl into the test tube. Shake it very well. So if the base is given to you, let the base dissolve into the HCl. Neutral won't dissolve. And in the filtrate, add NaOH. Reprecipitation takes place. Then you would say water insoluble base is present and residue will contain water insoluble neutral. So if you are given acid plus phenol, you will get reprecipitation over here and over here also. If you are getting, if you don't get or don't given acid but phenol plus base, then you will get reprecipitation over here and here. Suppose you are given phenol plus neutral, then you will get reprecipitation over here but not here. So in that case, phenol plus neutral. If you are given acid and neutral, then you will get reprecipitation here. You won't get reprecipitation here for the phenol, not for the base. So acid is present, phenol is not, base is not, then we can say that yes, acid and neutral is present. So friends, this is the way you have to identify the type of water insoluble um, compound or mixture. So one thing is sure, whenever one component is acid present, then another may be phenol or base or neutral, but we will separate such mixture with saturated solution of NHCO3. So in this, acid will dissolve and remaining this phenol base neutral will not. Okay, phenol base phenol neutral P plus B P plus N, that can be separated by NaOH because phenols they dissolve in NaOH, base and neutral not. And base and neutral, such mixture can be separated with HCl as base can get dissolved in it, neutral not. So I hope that you must get the idea. Now once you determine the type, say for example for water insoluble, any one type, whether these three or these two or this one, any type of these six you determine, you have to go to the examiner and you have to get it checked which is the correct uh, type of your mixture. If examiner is approved the type, then you have to separate your mixture on the large scale, because whatever we did so far, that we did on a small scale, on a test tube scale. But now we know the type correct, so we will separate the whole mixture on a large scale. So one by one let us check. First, let us discuss the large scale separation of the such mixture in which one component is acid. So remaining can be acid plus phenol or acid plus base plus acid plus neutral, any of these three. So as I told you, we would select such a solvent in which acid get dissolved. Now that is sodium carbonate, sodium bicarbonate, saturated solution of. So what we will do, in a mixture we will add NHCO3 and with constant stirring. So there will be effervescence because acid gives effervescence of carbon dioxide with the sodium bicarbonate solution. Shake it very well. Let the acid dissolve into the NHCO3. Effervescence will be cease. Now filter it. So acid that is dissolved into the NHCO3 will be into the filtrate, and another maybe phenol or base or neutral that you will get into the residue. So if you remember my statement in the first video, I ask you to remember that whichever is dissolved, so directly it cannot set free, you have to do the process. But the component which doesn't get dissolved set free first, that I told you in a first. So this is you have to remember, because phenol or base or neutral, they don't dissolve into the bicarbonate solution, sodium bicarbonate, so they set free into the residue. Just you have to dry it because it will be into the filter paper. Unfold the filter paper, dry it with the blotting paper and analyze it. But acid is in the NHCO3. So add HCl dropwise, right? Here you will get again effervescence and then acid will set free. Again filter it. So in the filter paper you will get acid, dry it and analyze it. So separation of acid plus A plus P or A plus B or A plus N can be done this way. Now let us discuss another type, phenol plus base or phenol plus neutral. So already we knew that phenols dissolve in NaOH, base and neutral cannot. So take your mixture into the beaker, add NaOH, stir it very well with the glass rod. So what will happen? Phenol will dissolve into the NaOH. Filter it. So phenol will be into your filtrate. The one which not dissolve, that is base and neutral, will set free in the form of residue. Just you have to dry them, it will be into the filter paper and analyze them, and phenol will be into the NaOH, right? So add HCl again into that filtrate with constant stirring, so phenol will be reprecipitate. You have to again filter it Into that filter paper, new filter paper, you will get phenol, right? Take the filter paper, unfold it, dry the phenol, and analyze it. And last type is base plus neutral. So mixture plus HCl. Always remember that base dissolve into the HCl with little bit more difficulty. So compared to acid dissolve in NHCO3 or phenol dissolve in NaOH, base they take or they require more stirring, vigorous stirring into the HCl. So base will dissolve into the HCl. Filter it. So base will be into your filtrate. As it dissolves in HCl, so this time we will add NaOH. So base will reprecipitate. Again filter it. So into the filter paper you will get base. Unfold the filter paper, dry with the blotting paper, and analyze the base. And neutral, as it doesn't dissolve, so it will set free immediately into the filter paper, dry it, and analyze it. So this is the way water insoluble mixture. First we determine its type with this way. You have to start with this level. Immediately you are given mixture, you have to follow all these steps. First this one and this one, you have to follow these steps, and then once you determine the type, it will be from these six. If it is water insoluble, and approved the type with the examiner sir or madam, and then on a large separation, whichever type is, accordingly I have discussed all the three, you have to separate them and you have to analyze them. So in up to all this second presentation, third presentation, and this fourth presentation, we have discussed everything about solid mixture. Now from next presentation, we would discuss about liquid and solid liquid presentation.